We live in a time where smartphones are a normal part of our existence. We use our phones for hours a day, choosing to stare at our screens instead of people. So the question is, what kind of example are we setting for our kids? And what effect do smartphone-impaired parents have on children? Aside from physical danger, how will smartphones affect brain development in children? At an age when they should be learning crucial lifelong social skills, what are the children of 2020 doing?
75% of toddlers use smartphones and tablets daily.
If the human brain continues developing until age 25 or later, what impact will a tablet or a smartphone have on a child's life?
Is this really good for young brains?
Generation Alpha, or anyone born after the year 2010, will never know of a time before the internet, before smartphones. But in terms of intellectual and emotional development, children need their parents. Child development is relational. They need to learn from a live human being. In one experiment, 9-month-old babies were divided into two groups: those who received a few hours of Mandarin instruction from a live human, and those who learned from a video instead. The instruction for both groups was exactly the same. The children who learned Mandarin face-to-face could isolate specific phonetic elements in the language, while the other group of babies who received the same exact instruction via video on a screen could not. Everyone has seen a parent engage in baby talk with their child, but few realize its implications. The serve and return style of communication, or conversational duet between children and their parents, is critical to the child's development. One study showed that infants aged 11 to 14 months who were exposed to this interactive, emotionally responsive style of conversation knew twice as many words at age 2 compared to the ones who only watched a video instead. Face-to-face talk builds the basic architecture of a child's brain. But parents ignore their children and give them devices to distract them. What happens when the children need their parents' attention? Unfortunately, the children of Gen Alpha face a form of abuse from their parents that never existed before. Continuous partial attention, or CPA. CPA occurs when the emotionally charged, interactive adult cueing system of baby talk is interrupted by a text or a quick check-in on Instagram. By definition, CPA is not the same as multitasking. Where multitasking is driven by a conscious desire to be productive and efficient, CPA is an automated process motivated only by a desire to be connected to the network, scanning and optimizing opportunities, activities, and contacts in an effort not to miss anything that's going on. So, what effect does continuous partial attention have on the future of Gen Alpha children? The truth is, no one knows for sure. Of course, adults are also suffering from the current arrangement. Many have built their daily lives around the miserable premise that they can always be on. Always working, always parenting, while also staying on top of the news. They're stuck in the digital equivalent of the spin cycle. So as a parent, are you wreaking havoc with your tablet or smartphone? You might be if you crash into people walking on the sidewalk with your stroller, injuring strangers and possibly your baby. Stare at your phone all the time, engendering the same destructive habit in your children and setting them up for failure. Brush off your child when he speaks to you because you receive an email, hurting him and creating in him a long-lasting bitterness. Give your child a phone every time she asks for it, even before bed, making her restless and destroying everyone's sleep. Let your toddler have an iPad instead of a face-to-face conversation, lowering his or her IQ for life. Go to the playground with your daughter, but don't pay attention to her. Instead, you're distracted with your phone when a stranger leads your daughter away, kidnapping her.